We're here at FDIC 2013, and I'm with Captain Christopher Niebling and Chief Dave Casey. They are the instructors for the Right Seat Officer Development. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Well, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about how this became and just an idea and actually to a DVD.
Well, Dave and I have a lot of experience in the fire service in dealing with preparation for promotional testing, as well as instructors in the fire service. And we kept seeing a void where the candidate or the firefighter would come to class and they just weren't prepared to be able to deal with the interpersonal dynamics, the conflict resolution, the everyday problems that typically a fire officer realizes and experiences in the station. And we decided that, because of this void and because we just didn't see anything out there in the field, to help that firefighter make that transition from firefighter to officer, we needed to come up with something. So we designed the Right Seat.
So much of the products that are out there to support candidate training, be it in a college program or an internal department officer development, it's really been aimed toward the tactics, the technical ends of things. And the leadership seems to have suffered somewhat. Now, there's some really good books out on leadership now, but there was still not a scenario-driven type program that the candidates could work with. You've got lots on tactics. You can do little scenarios that a candidate can do, size up, maybe changes in conditions, looking at safety things. But when you look toward the interpersonal, the leadership skills, there was nothing. So we made up these as scenarios. It's not a particular curriculum for a specific book or a specific program. It really works for everybody. And it works whether it's a one-station department or it's a 70-station department. It works for all of them. And it's made so that your local information and your local talent can be pulled in, which is so unique that you do a scenario, you see the scenario, Christopher will introduce it, the students watch the scenario, and then we can create some debate in the classroom environment, some discussion, or if a candidate's working on their own for a promotional process, they too can just look at the program, decide what they would do, and then listen to the experts, what we call the kitchen table debrief.
The kitchen table debrief was a great idea where after they watch the vignette, it cuts to the kitchen table where we have officers from around the nation, that can sit there and they evaluate what the vignette was and they give you their personal view of it and how they would handle it. Now that doesn't take away from yours, all right, because you're going to look at it as for your station, your SOPs, your SOGs, but you're also getting their point of view, which can be also important, especially when you're just starting out in the fire service.
Not to demean any other program, because there's a lot of them out there that we really like, but so many programs are talking heads. The information's flowing one way, and with ours, it's not true interactive like a computer program, but it's designed for in a classroom environment to create discussion, to make for that very important interaction between the instructor or maybe some senior company officers and the up and coming or those that are just, you want to really improve some skills of the incumbent officers. So it's made to generate that discussion that brings it in, like Christopher was just saying, where you're bringing in not just the technical info, but the local information. How do we do it? Our department, how have we handled this sort of thing in the past? So it's a very personalized, or can be a very personalized program for your agency, or for a fire officer one program at a college. And that's what's nice, that it works in the different environments so well.
And lastly, from a personal experience, through all the years of going to conferences like FDIC and many of the others, you go to these conferences and you see some dynamic speakers, and you're taking away good information, but also often those speakers are sitting there and saying to you, you better be ready, this is coming down the line, you got to be prepared, take it back to your station, be ready to go in your department. And I would sit there and go, yeah, all right, you got me sold. Tell me how. Give me a tool to take with me. That's what this DVD is all about.
Right. Well, it is definitely piquing the interest of many attendees here at FDIC. There's been tons of interest, and they're definitely being bought left and right around here. So we appreciate that very much, and thank you very much for being an author, and we really appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.